verse 2, the kingdom of heaven is like a certain man, a certain king, which made a marriage for his son. Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rekah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the Akim that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. And this won't be long, right? This is just a sequel unto the divorcement or the being put away of the Heavenly Father of Israel, all right? This is just a sequel. Now, I left off in Jeremiah, I believe, if it be so, that the daughter of Israel was a backsliding heifer unto the Lord, okay? And the Lord put us away for a season only to be reconciled back with our husband, all right? And like, you know, the Bible is a romance with the Heavenly Father and his people, all right? Like a husband and wife, okay? Israel is mentioned over 2,000 plus times in the Bible, and that's a man talking about his wife, okay? Because when a woman and a man unite, they become one, all right? And you can't separate the flesh of them, all right? Or you can't separate them. But the point is that our iniquity separated us from the Heavenly Father, not him, okay? Our transgressions bound us, not him, okay? But now that we have returned, been given the, you know, the Lord's anger has been turned away. Because in his anger, you know, he pushed us amongst the heathens, okay? And he what? He put us away as a husband doing a wife that be disobedient, all right? And that's what we've been as a wife from our youth. We've been disobedient, all right? Taking up on different philosophies, all right? Adam in the garden, you know, from the time he fell until the time he compromised the truth and what he believed in, all right? Because though yet the woman was a mediator for that, still the Lord had given us, the men, all right, the knowledge and understanding to avoid evil. But we went into it, you know, being forward in our thoughts, and now we have fallen, all right? But now the Lord have calling us back, okay? Back in Matthew 22 and 3, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the marriage, and they would not come. So at a time, all right, you know, the Lord's hand was stretched out, okay, but no man regarded it. You see, for all this, my hand is stretched out. Let me get that, all right? Stretched out, meaning for all that the wife had done committing adultery. They're not in Jeremiah 3 reading that that land is greatly polluted. Shall it come back unto the Lord? So if your wife be polluted today, Jake, that's how you know the Lord mercy endure forever. But you didn't accept her back to your flesh, or reconcile her back to your flesh? Hell no. All right, because why? That which she have done unto you, all right, it can't be reconciled. It's unmerciful. But the Lord has mercy on us, and part of that mercy is bringing us back, all right, to this truth, man. Bringing us back to the marriage. That's why I started off with this parable, right? Verse 4. But the elect have came back now, all right? They have heard the call or the cry, the horn of salvation, and they have aligned themselves in order and have marched towards that music, all right, this new song, okay? It says again, he sent over other servants, saying, tell them which were bidden, behold, I have prepared my dinner, my oxen and my fatness are killed, and all things are ready. Come unto the marriage, all right? Come be, have that spiritual intercourse once again, that we may get back with our Heavenly Father, because Yahushua had to come be a mediator, all right, to basically bring us back into the Heavenly Father, man. So when you forsake the marriage, you forsaking Yahushua, all right? Which you already know, there's no way to get to the Heavenly Father except by Yahushua, okay? It goes on and on right there. We jump to 8. This say he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. So there's certain ones that's going to be called to the marriage as well. All right, so many are called, but few are chosen. The chosen are the elect that have started to adorn themselves or put on the garments, all right, or put away their filthiness, all right, and started taking the garments to cover themselves, all right, meaning what? Started to believe this word, then started to exercise themselves in it. You see? It says, we jump to 12, 11. I'm going to go to 8. I'm going to read down. It says, go ye therefore on the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid them to the marriage. So an invitation to the marriage is basically being chosen or predestined from the beginning of the earth or time, man. Luke 1:70, okay? The holy prophets, set apart, man, okay? In order to be bid to that marriage, in order to take part in that supper with Yahushua, you have to be from the foundation of the earth. It says, so those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all, as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests, right? And when the king came to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not a wedding garment. And he said unto him, friend, how camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. And then said the king, servants, bid him hand and foot and take him away and cast him into outer darkness. There should be weeping and gnashing of teeth, for many are called, but few are chosen. So we're dealing with the ones chosen for the marriage, all right? This is Jeremiah 3:13. Only acknowledge thine iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against Yahweh thy power, and that cast thy ways to the strangers under every green tree. Ye have not obeyed my voice, saith the Lord. Turn, O backsliding children. I read this one in the last lesson out there, saying Yahweh, for I am married unto thee, and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion, and I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. So part of being the Lord being married to us is allowing Yahushua to sup with us and give us knowledge that feeds us, all right? So that supper is a table, but that table is the word of the Heavenly Father, all right, that we may constantly feast off. You see? So when you have a marriage, what you have food, you have the wedding ceremony, you have the clothing part of it, all right? It's very ceremonial and righteousness, okay? So the Lord is making up his Jews as part of coming to the marriage, all right? It's symbolic for the marriage, okay? As the bride does in her chamber, all right? And she get ready for her husband. So as we get ready for our husband, this is what we're doing, right? This is Isaiah. No, this Malachi. You know what? Isaiah 61. 10, I will greatly rejoice in Yahweh. My soul shall be joyful in my power, for he had clothed me with the garments of salvation. He had covered me with the robe of righteousness, as a bridegroom decking himself with ornaments, and as a bride adorning herself with jewels. You see? As a bride adorning herself with jewels. So when the Lord have made up his Jews, meaning what? Are coming again unto his people, right? Malachi 3. Start at 16. Then they that fear Yahweh spake often the one to another, and Yahweh hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared Yahweh and that thought upon his name. So that's what the elect gonna do. The righteous, the Lord, the name of the Lord is a strong tower where the righteous run in until it is safe. And with a husband, a woman confines herself in the bosom of her husband that she's married towards, right? She find what? Safety, peace. And they shall be mine. See, we the Lord again. We're with the Lord again. We're made one again. All right? It says, say Yahweh of hosts, in the day when I make up my Jews, see, getting them ready to return unto the Heavenly Father. And I will spare them as a man spared his own son that served him. So to give us this word and his name back is sparing us, man. You see? And then shall you return. See that return? Bid them, call them, come back, be married again, enter into that special ceremony, man. And discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the Heavenly Father and them that serve it not. And those, like the man that didn't have the garment on, it's likened unto him that didn't serve the Lord. So now we can discern, you know, righteousness, you know, evil. We have our senses exercised. That's part of the marriage. Learning this word. All right? Discerning who have a garment on and who is walking naked. You see? You see that? So again, that's part of the marriage, man. Isaiah, let's see. Gotta get that one to 54 and 5. Right? This is Isaiah 62 and 5. For as a young man married a virgin, so shall thy sons marry thee. And as the bridegroom rejoiceth over the bride, so shall our power rejoice over thee. All right? We aren't going to be called forsaken no more. All right? And our land going to be married back unto us as well. As we read one up. All right? I can't do a lesson and don't get this right. Isaiah 54 and 5. For thy maker is thine husband. The Lord of hosts is his name, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, the God of the whole earth, shall he be called. All right, which is the point. All right, so that's pretty much the point. Is there one more? Yep. Isaiah 41 and 8. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Who all the covenants, the promises, everything the service of God went to, okay? To whom I have taken from the ends of the earth and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant, I have chosen thee and not cast thee away. So again, the Lord divorced us and put us away for a season, but he hadn't totally done away with us because we had to enter into the marriage chamber, all right, and be with the Heavenly Father forevermore. So I don't want to write this out. It was edifying, man. Till next time, I say shalom.